Hello, and welcome to an Porter's Marvel Universe Action Figure Review. Today, we're going to be looking at Marvel Universe Series 3, figure number 9 from Wave 13 of Apocalypse. That's the overall wave, that's what I'm getting this from. I get it from www.itsalltrue.net. I believe they call it Marvel Universe Visual Checklist and Reviews. So that's where I got mine. You can see it here on my computer. And it says Wave 13, April 2011. So, anyway, back over here. It's focused on Apocalypse. Now, first off, we get the package. Here we got a nice picture of Apocalypse, which, I don't know, his gauntlets, I think you want to call them, are a little different than on the figure. Like in the packaging art. So I don't know what that's about. But here you got, it says Apocalypse. They're really special. Sometimes they do special name tags for certain characters, but his is just blue. So that's cool. I like blue. Series 3, figure number 9. Collect them all, damn it. Steve Wonders. Gladiator, Cable, and Cyclops. I've already reviewed Cyclops prior to shooting this review. You have the back here, Series 3, figure number 9. Here is Apocalypse. And there's a little synopsis or bio or whatever. And with those, what? Now I have actually figured out what this actual figure, what his costume or armor actually is from. I believe it's from the Messiah War storyline or something. Just Messiah War. I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna actually go on Wikipedia now and type that in and see. I have not read it. Now normally what we are used to with Apocalypse is the the usual. He's not usually as beefy as this. He's usually a little bit skinnier. He's still muscular. There's like a feather floating around here. And he has a little bit of a different, armor. He has an A on his belt and everything. So, I think, it says Messiah War was a crossover storyline running through Cable and X-Force from May through July 2009. So those are the one-shot X-Force / Cable. So, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't read comics in a while. I just got this because it was Apocalypse. So, first off, it comes with a figure stand, which all these figures, a lot of these figures don't get accessories. That's weird to me, because I guess Cyclops over there, doesn't have any accessories, and he's a normal size figure. Maybe it's because he's got a lot of new parts and everything, which is fine, and doesn't really need anything. If he came with an Octoblast, that'd probably be pretty cool, but yeah, Apocalypse just comes with his Apocalypse stand. It says Marvel 2 pegs, Apocalypse 09, which is the number of the figure, and the wave, which is 13. Here's the back, and there, I put over there. I don't know what that was, I'm sorry. Anyway, now here's the figure. Strewing him out, which is just his arm and his head, so that's pretty much it. This figure's actually really cool. He does reuse some of the bigger character parts, mostly from Juggernaut. It's just that, and I don't mind actually, and here he is with Juggernaut. Let me get his face stand over there. As you can see, he has new boots, from the thigh, or from the kneecap down. He has the same, he has the same torso and legs. This is a separate piece. His belt. Also the shoulder pads and necklace assembly are all one piece, and that is an added piece. His biceps, upper arms are also the same as Juggernaut, but Juggernaut's forearms are different, and his as well are different, but they're different from the elbow joint down, and the hands and the head, the belt, the boots, the paint job, of course, and that's pretty much it. So, and yeah, he kind of fell over. That's because I knocked him over. Yeah, and here he is, another size comparison over normal size figure. Here is just Cyclops. So he's a big figure. If you have Juggernaut or Thanos, you'll kind of figure out how big he is just from comparing him to the figures you might have. Here is with the two-pack Hulk. And I'll go ahead and put all of my larger sized figures over here with him. So there you go. I don't have Thing yet though. I will. I'll get that 3-pack. So yeah, I'll put these big guys over here. You'll still be able to see Juggernaut. That's okay, I guess. Yeah, the paint job on him is actually really awesome. He's got, he's blue on his boots. He's metallic. Now this kneecap of mine actually is not metallic. This one is. I don't know why. Quality control, but it doesn't mind. It's still, at least it's still blue. It's this metallic blue. The same here on his, I want to say gauntlets, but the same here on his arms and on his chest and on his back. It's got some metallic flakes. Really cool. As well as on his head as well. And there's actually one there's a blue smudge on his head. I don't know if you can see that right there, but I can get that off with something. I don't know what, but I know I can get that off somehow. And he's kind of got like a kind of a scuff mark on him. Now the funny thing about this is this figure has dust on him. When I opened him out of packaging, he had dust right in here, and he kind of still does because I can't find my little dusting brush. But I think it's because he's been sitting back there in that in that storage room of that Target that I bought him, and I found him in Cyclops in, because they just restocked the wave, and apparently the Target's in my area, and I've talked to all of them about it, about why don't I see the new waves. He's like, well, we gotta sell all the figures on the pegs before we can open a new case. Sometimes, a lot of the peg warmers that sit there for months and months, they don't buy, and they have the new figures, they just can't give them to us because that's the way they are. But anyway, here's really cool. Just have his cables. They're a little bit different, usually Apocalypse has the cables from his arms into his belt, usually around here in his lower back, but they're a little bit different. He's got a few more cables. He's got a total of 8 actually, and they kind of hinder his articulation. But he's Apocalypse. He really just has to stand here because he's so powerful. So as far as articulation goes, his head just goes really side, not too much. It is on a ball joint. There's that. Shoulder pads are removable, but as you can see, they're connected via the arms, so the arms doesn't really have too much where to go. You have to get them around, but they are forward and back and side to side. You just have to move them around. They're the same as Juggernaut here. He does have his elbow joint and a wrist swivel. He has a torso joint, which goes side to side, up and down. A waist joint. He's got the forward and out of the legs. Same as Juggernaut. The thigh swivel, same as Juggernaut. Double hinge on knees. and his feet are actually have a new joint to where they bend down and up, but here's the new joint. They do have that ankle rocking pivot now. So I mean, yeah, it's kind of like a universal ball joint. So yeah, you can get him in some poses. He does have a fist on his right, or fist on his left, and an open palm on his right. So you can get some good poses with him, but he doesn't really need to have. He doesn't. The Apocalypse is so powerful. He doesn't really need to have too much poses. I mean, he's articulated enough to where you can still get a good pose with him, but he can still kick your ass from being in this pose or just standing completely straight. Just be like, hey, die. So yeah, there's my review. I totally recommend getting this figure. I wouldn't pay probably more than $30 for him. He is a larger figure, so I would pay more. But if you can find him at retail, which I did, I would definitely pick him up. I got him for, I guess the new listing price for Marvel Universe figures is $6.99, because that's where I got all of mine from now, recently. So I guess they changed them and made them lower. So yes, I managed to find all the new figures I wanted. So yes, especially for the big figures, they totally worth it. So they had the Marvel Universe Apocalypse, and stay tuned in the next review, which is probably going to be probably Cable. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye.